How a spell is invented is a question I believe all Harry Potter fans have wondered at one point, and it's something J.K. Rowling has never actually disclosed. Even after reading her many interviews and her many tweets, spell creation is still an area that hasn't had much focus upon it. So with that being said, it only leaves one question. How exactly is a spell created? Well, in this video I'm going to disclose how I believe wizards or witches create a spell and explain the different stages of spell creation. And I'd just like to say before I go ahead that I'd like to make you all aware this video is not fact or canon, it's just my opinion on how spells are created. So, when it comes to creating a spell, I believe it consists of three parts: the intent of the spell, the wand movement, and the incantation. So firstly, let's look at the intent of the spell. How exactly does a wizard make the intent become a reality? Well, I believe this comes down to the fact that magic is generated through the wizard. The wand only channels it. So do you remember when Harry made the glass disappear at the zoo, causing Dudley to fall through it? Or when young Tom Riddle told Albus Dumbledore that he could hurt the other kids at the orphanage? This comes from a moment of intense concentration from both Harry and Tom that allowed the boys to channel magic openly, and it's through this concentration that I believe the spell's intent is created. And it's the incantation along with the wand movement that in a way pulls the concentrative intent out of dormancy, and that is essentially like saving a spell into existence. Now obviously some spells require further concentration, which is expected as they may require more power. Opening a lock with Alohomora is a lot less complicated than performing the Cruciatus Curse, as this spell requires continuous concentration with willing intent to harm, while Alohomora would just be a momentary action. Now, when it comes to wand movement, I genuinely believe this is down to the wizard's preference of how difficult he wants the spell to be when conjuring it. Some wizards may use a complex wand movement to demonstrate their own skill level and make it difficult for others to replicate, while other wizards prefer a simple movement or just a direct aim, like Severus Snape's Sectum Sempra. Harry Potter found performing this spell relatively simple, which in a way demonstrates the genius of the spell in general. When it comes to the incantation of the spell, it appears, well in Europe at least, that Latin phraseology seems to be the standard. I think this stems from Latin being a language of significance throughout the Middle Ages, a time I believe the majority of the most well-known spells would have been created, especially around the Renaissance period. After all, this was a period of refinement in art, architecture, politics, science, literature, and most definitely magic. Finally, I believe the wizard would create a block or a counter in case the spell was used against him, although this would be entirely at their discretion. In conclusion, my overall view on spell creation is that the concentration required when creating is intense, and the overall outcome of the creator's intent may not be exactly effective the first time round. In fact, I believe a lot of experimentation is involved, and it can be extremely dangerous. Just take Luna Lovegood's mother Pandora for example, whose spell backfired and killed her. It shows just how unsafe spell creation can be. That's all for today everyone. That is my take on how a spell is created. So if you like this video, I please urge you to give it a thumbs up, as it helps the video out in such a great deal, and it also helps this channel to grow. Secondly, as I always say, please continue to leave your video suggestions in the comment section below. Your choice could be next. I know how a spell is created has been commented so many times, and I really did plan on getting around to it, so I'm so happy I got around to it today. Let me know if you agree with this video in the comment section below, or tell me if you believe a spell is created differently. And finally, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel, Harry Potter Folklore, for more Harry Potter content. Thank you very much again everyone, and do not forget, have a great day.